Good morning, everybody. Today I want to talk about your pre-workout shake and your post-workout shake. If you remember, in the video I did called Eat, 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 I recommend that you eat anywhere from 5 to 7 times a day. Now, 2 of those meals, and quite possibly even 3, depending on how your schedule works, could be shakes. So they can be in the form of liquid. That's the fastest way to get protein and nutrients into your body. So I have my pre-workout shake right here, and I have already had part of it to drink. Now what I do is I just take some of my favorite protein mix or powder, and I put 2 scoops of it in with about 8 to 10 ounces of milk. Now you don't have to use milk if you don't want to. It depends on what you're trying to do, whether you're trying to gain weight or whether you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you may want to use low-fat milk or fat-free milk. Of course, I myself prefer whole milk or raw milk, but it's up to you what you choose to put into it, whatever your tastes are, however you like the texture. Now, as protein drinks go, there are some nasty ones out there, and there are some good ones. I happen to have found one that I really like. So, let's not get off track any further, and let's get right into it. Your pre-workout shake, you should have no more than an hour out from your workout. Ideally, you would like it to be anywhere from a half an hour to a 45-minute window. And taken in liquid form, it gets into your system faster so that you have it to use for energy. Now, you also want to replenish what you've burned off after your workout by having a good workout shake, or post-workout shake. And if you're anything like me, you're ravenous when you're done with your workout because you've burned off pretty much everything you've already had to eat in the day, plus your workout shake, and now you need to get some energy, nutrients, and fuel back into your body. Now, I'm going to give you a quick little recipe on how I prepare my post-workout shake so that it's fulfilling. I don't feel left empty or hungry after taking my shake, and it will hold me over for the next 2 to 3 hours until I can have my next meal. I like to use just some regular instant cocoa, well, not cocoa, but like what you would use to make a glass of chocolate milk. Now, I know I've talked about simple sugars being bad, but this is the one time that you actually want to have some simple sugars, because the carbs that you're going to get in your protein mix are not simple carbs. They're complex carbs and don't break down as fast. Your body needs fuel and energy and something to process that into your muscles quicker right after your workout because you've just depleted everything. So I use just some regular powdered chocolate, and I don't quite heap the teaspoons up, but I put only 2 in so I get my simple sugars in my post-workout shake, and I get the fuel back in my body quicker. Now, I also use a powdered vitamin. I use powdered vitamin because it gets into your system faster. It breaks down much easier, it's digested better, and it gets into your system quicker. And with a powdered vitamin, you're not excreting as much of the nutrients in your urination. If you notice, when you take a multivitamin and a couple hours later when you pee, it's neon yellow. Well, with a powdered vitamin, everything gets into your system and it gets used up and broken down, and it's not excreted in your waste. Just put your ingredients in a little cup that comes along with your magic bullet if you have one. If you don't, that's okay. You can use a regular blender to mix all your ingredients. Now what I've got here is wheat bran. I use this because it kind of adds some texture and bulk to my shake, and it adds fiber, which is very good for you. Fiber helps to keep your intestines clean, because if you started eating more protein and taking in more protein, that stuff can kind of clog up in your intestines and it doesn't pass through as well, and this helps. Another thing that this does is it helps slow down the digestion process a little bit, so that you absorb more of the nutrients that you're putting back into your body, with the exception of your simple sugar in the form of the instant chocolate there. One other thing that you can do is put in another complex carb like oatmeal. Now, I just get standard quick oats from the bulk food store, and honestly, it's not that expensive. I use a 1/4 cup, and I put that in my little cup as well. So I've got powdered cocoa, or powdered chocolate, because it's not cocoa. I've got my powdered vitamin, I've got my wheat bran, and I've got my oatmeal now. The only thing left to do is to grind this up into a powder, because it will mix into your water or milk, whichever you choose to put in to your post-workout shake better. Okay, plug your ears because it's going to get noisy. Make sure that it's ground up well and really powdered. Get your protein. Now, what I do with my protein powder is I try to get the most bang for my buck. Alright? I also look for a protein that will give me, I don't think you can see it, the most grams of protein with the least amount of calories. So this is 48 grams of protein per 2 scoops. Now if you look back here on the back, it'll say that it's 150 calories and 24 grams of protein. That's just for 1 scoop. So 2 level scoops is going to give me 300 calories and 48 grams of protein. Another thing I like about my protein powder is that it happens to have all the branched chain amino acids. If you eat properly, have a well-balanced nutritional diet, and you get your branched chain amino acids, all of them, in your protein powder, and you take a good multivitamin, you don't need to go out and get amino acid supplements. This will be enough to cover all your bases. So, I've got my protein powder in there. I've also got my oats, my wheat bran, and my powdered vitamin here. And I dump that in my shaker. Make sure you get all the good stuff out. Like I said, it's up to you if you want to mix your shake with milk or with water. Right now, because I'm trying to take off a little of the extra weight I put on for the strongman competition, I am mixing my protein with water, and it tastes just fine. It's up to you, milk or water. I don't suggest that you use soy milk if you have lactose intolerance, but you can try almond milk. That usually works pretty well, and I do recommend that. But make sure that you get your pre-workout shake, and it doesn't have to have any extra additives in it, no more than an hour out from your workout. Your post-workout shake, which you will take immediately after you're done working out, should have a few extras in it, like the wheat bran and the oatmeal, so that you have those simple and complex carbs in your body to get that fuel and that nutrition, or those nutrients, back into your system as quickly as possible and over as long a time as you can. The reason that we put the simple sugars in our post-workout shake is to quickly replenish our body of that glucose that we've burned off during our workout. We also have oatmeal and wheat bran in there to add some texture and some heft, to put some bulk in there. Those are complex carbs. They'll break down much slower and give us a longer fuel sustaining us so that we don't get hungry right after we drink our shake. It'll tide us over until our next meal, which is 2 to 3 hours away from this one. Alright? So, hopefully now you know what to do with your pre-workout shake and how to buff up your post-workout shake so you're not left feeling hungry afterwards.